Welcome to the Short Rod Show. You're talking with Ben.
And Brett.
Thanks for joining us, guys. We got a little visitor here in the studio today.
Yeah, little Thomas came for a visit. Mommy's out drinking, so Thomas got to come with me today.
Yeah, the Short Rod Show also double duties as some babysitters, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
Spend some time with the little man.
Are you going to get on there, buddy?
I'm sure we'll hear you.
Yeah, you'll hear him grabbing the mic.
He's pretty intrigued by our setup here.
Yeah.
So, what are we talking about today, Brett?
We mentioned in the last episode that we were going to go fish the Brushy Creek tournament, so that happened, and so we'll chat a little bit about that.
Yes, it did.
And that was really last ice for us, I think. While the ice was still real good there, this week has been all in the 50s. It's 55 degrees right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't get below freezing at night anymore. Ponds are opening up, so
yeah.
It's time to talk about putting your shit away.
Yeah, so we'll talk the tournament and talking a little bit about our setup for storing everything over the off season.
Yeah.
How to keep it, from getting tore up, broken, rodents coming in.
Yeah, that's the big one. Is keeping mice out of it and making sure your stuff's still as good as when you go back to get it next year. There's nothing worse than going back and something's broken or you got to find a hole.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially after you spend, $200, $300, $400 on some of this stuff. It's
not too bad when you break it out in September just because you're excited and then you have 3 months to get it ready.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see. But yeah, then we're recording in the new studio down here today.
Yeah, it's a lot roomier.
Not bad.
I like the acoustics are all right in here, I think.
Podcasting finally paid off enough to buy us a studio.
Yeah, buy us a new basement.
Just kidding. So yeah, my wife and I are moving this week, so we're kind of transitional period, and we're down recording at the new place while there's no furniture in it. We packed our own chairs and table in, and
these are still studio chairs.
Are you going to leave those here now?
No, because these are the only folding chairs we have at home.
Perfect. So yeah, that's all coming up on
the Short Rod Show. Hey, Ben, so I've got this buddy that's trying to start a small business, but he's having a real tough time with his digital footprint and just trying to figure all that out. Do you know anybody that could help him out?
Well, I think I do. I know a couple cool guys at this company called Evergrow Marketing, and they really specialize in helping landscape and lawn care companies maximize their digital footprint and basically bring customers to them, help them get found on the internet.
Really?
I mean, they'll work with any business. They're really looking to expand. And if you tell them that Ben and Brett sent you from the Short Rod Show, you can get 10% off your first order. Really cool.
If you're interested in the Evergrow Marketing team and what they have to offer, check them out on evergrowmarketing.com and tell them Ben and Brett from the Short Rod Show sent you.
Brett, I was poking around on Facebook the other day, and I could just not find the Short Rod Show. What's the deal?
Oh, you just got to punch us in on Google.
What do you mean? We show up on Google already?
Oh, yeah. The Evergrow team hooked us up.
Holy cow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good deal. I'll try that now.
Yeah, right. You just punch in Short Rod Show, and we'll come up on our website, shortrodshow.com. It'll come up on Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Awesome. So people can find us all over now.
Yeah, all over the internet.
That's great. We're also on Instagram, too. I've been trying to keep up with that. Posting some cool pictures. When we're out on the ice, you can check us out there, too.
Yeah, sweet updates.
Awesome. Check us out, guys. Hey, welcome back, guys. We're talking on the Short Rod Show today about our last tournament. Some tournament action that Brett and I got to go participate in last weekend. So we said we were going to do it. We did it.
Yeah.
Dang it.
And it was a good tournament. I mean, it puts you in a different mindset. So I do enjoy that.
That was fun.
You get there early in the morning, like 6 o'clock, and you're just like, there's some crispness in the air, and you're just like, you never know what's going to happen today. Today could be your day. Yeah.
And we pull up, and the ramp's full.
Yeah. The ramp's full, and they were up in the upper parking lot even getting ready. Yeah.
So, put on a good tournament. We did our best.
Yeah.
We had a pretty good strategy going in, and things change a little bit. You never know what the day's going to bring. So that's part of what makes it fishing. We definitely caught some fish.
Yeah.
Not the right kind of fish.
No. Well, I mean, we could start it off here just kind of how we started the day. You know what I really enjoyed the most about when we first pulled in was just our setup of pulling in. We pull in, all those guys have all their trailers and their brand new side-by-side Can-Ams and all this crap. And we roll in. I mean, granted, your otter is pretty plush.
It is. That's the one thing that doesn't match everything else.
Rolling in the old, the old Chevy and long bed and have the quad in the shelter in the same truck. In the bed.
It's so funny to have people watch us unload it because I literally take the quad, grab the front rack, hoist it up, wedge it pull it sideways back over, and one pull, fire it up, drive it down the ramp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
great.
That thing's money.
Worked good. And then, hitched it up to the otter and just drug it across the gravel.
Yeah.
No problem.
Hauled it right along.
Yep.
So, had that all hooked up, ready to roll. So, what time did it start? It started at probably a little after 7. I think we started early.
Yeah, it's supposed to start at 7:30. But, we got there at 6:35 probably.
Yep.
Like, we were pushing.
Did that. Did the check-in. Yeah. And
meeting.
then Taggart was just like, we got everybody checked in. Just go.
Mm-hmm. So that worked out well. And then it was a tournament, though, where you could go on any ramp that you wanted.
Yep.
So there's a lot of people that did that. We started from the north.
Yep.
In hindsight, we probably should have just either cut straight to the south or driven to the south.
Yep.
And fished off there.
Yep.
But,
And that was a classic deal where we didn't get a chance to pre-fish. So I preach about that. You got to pre-fish if you really want to give yourself a good chance at winning a tournament.
oh, absolutely.
With life and just things get in the way, and I just didn't get a chance.
Yeah.
Little Thomas was sick on Friday, so I just didn't get a chance to.
We actually got to prepare, though,
go
for the
pre-fish.
tournament. I mean, the night before, we got everything packed up,
Yep.
set up,
Snack
exactly
spot.
what we wanted. Yeah.
We had mostly snacks.
So that was good, but, I had to talk you into going because you're like, well,
I did pre-fish, so I wasn't all
didn't
that into
pre-fish,
it.
so
Right
I'm not
away.
going to do it. It's like, I get that.
Yeah, but
I'm glad we did it.
yeah, especially what really talked me into it was that was going to be basically the last trip of the year.
Yeah, looking at that forecast was pretty dismal.
Yep. But so we got out there, and right away we went to go fish memories. I mean, we went and fished places where we fished last year. We'd only been on Brushy one time this year, and it was early ice, so obviously a lot of things changed at that point. But your buddy was still fishing that same exact spot.
Oh, that guy. He just killed it.
So we were about the one spot, the number one spot we were going to go to was, where this other guy camps out at. And we seen him when we first were out there, early ice. He was fishing the exact same spot for this tournament. And he came in with a handful of crappies. I think they got third.
Yep.
Did pretty good.
Yeah, and I mean, he has to live out there. It's got to be.
Yeah, dude,
if he's out there
camping out.
every time that we're out there, we're not out there, that much, but still. Got to level that washing machine. If you guys can hear that in the background.
Yeah, oh my God. I thought somebody was breaking in for a minute.
Dang. Yeah, so level your washing machine. Still got to do that yet. I was wondering if I was going to do that. Did that last night.
Yeah. So, first time we went out, right when we went off, we went. So, if you know anything about Brushy, watch out, buddy.
Likes that mic.
We launched off the north ramp, and we took a right. So, we headed west right away, right up the west arm. There's an area up there that the creek channel comes along, and it cuts right up real close to the bank where it's real shallow. It gets real shallow up. I mean, for Brushy, it gets real shallow, 4 or 5 feet. And then it just drops right into the creek channel that drops down to 20-some foot. And then it kind of levels out a little bit. There's kind of a little inside curve there that kind of levels out. And in the past, we've done real good there.
Yep.
But it just wasn't happening. Right when we pulled in, I like to keep a clock when I'm fishing. So I'm like, right when we pulled in, I said 45 minutes, and we make a decision whether we stay here or go.
Yep, and that's good because I'll get in a groove and look down, and it'll be half an hour will pass.
Well,
and we won't catch any
Or you
fish.
see fish.
You'll
see some,
fish,
but they're not biting, and it kills
I'll be
you.
going after one fish for half an hour.
Yep.
And I don't realize
And you
it 'cause
waste
I
your
just
time.
get in the zone. And Brett's always good about reeling it back in, like, hey, 5 more minutes, we got to bounce.
We got to keep going if we don't see something that we want here.
Yep.
So we did that. I mean, we drilled, I don't know, probably 30 holes.
Oh, we drilled way more
And we were
holes
hopping. And I got
Saturday.
some bites right away, but we just didn't connect on them. I'd imagine they weren't very big.
Yep.
And that was on jigging a waxworm. I was running that double rig, but I had waxworm to start with. I didn't go. It was pretty damn cold, and I didn't feel like sticking my finger in the minnow bucket.
Well, the perch were biting a little bit on minnow heads, at least.
Yeah.
Which you talked about the last episode. You always wanted to try minnow heads because sometimes that works. And it actually worked.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck on minnow heads there. Yep. But so we did that 45 minutes. We're like, nope, this just isn't happening.
Yeah.
So we packed up, went to spot number 2, which is real. I should have known what kind of was going because it was a similar spot. It's not like it's not real close to a shallow flat.
Yeah.
But it's where the creek channel butts up real close to the shore.
Yep.
And we were fishing not the shore side, but the opposite side of that creek channel on the inside turn.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, there you go. So, and it's a little deeper area right there, and we were just fishing right in the trees. First drop, picked up a little perch, and I was like, oh shit, that's not great. That's not a great sign. So then we kind of bounced around. Ben was really trying to work some fish for a little while.
I saw some good marks.
Working his ass off for a few fish.
Dang it.
And couldn't get him to go. So I'm like, all right, I'll just try that hole you were fishing. Boom. I didn't even get my jig to the bottom of the freaking hole. And whatever fish Ben was trying to hit came up and just slammed my jig.
Whatever you were doing, they were in.
I mean, it was a nice little, 14-inch walleye.
Yep.
So that was also kind of the story of the day is we were covered up in walleyes, which, that doesn't ever usually happen. But when you're in a panfish tournament, of course, you're going to be covered up in wall dogs.
Man, go figure. Didn't catch one all year. I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. That was the first one I caught this year. Yep. None of them were real big, but I'd say the biggest one was maybe 16-incher.
Yep. Yeah, actually, something
14-incher and then a couple 10s. But, those two of them, I wouldn't have been ashamed to keep them those two bigger ones.
Yep.
But we sent them back because we were still in mode.
Keep you busy. Running the toy
well, you're going to play the game here pretty soon where he likes to drop things and he waits for you to pick them up.
He's getting smart. Smart kid.
But, so we were doing that. And we were finding that they definitely were not coming on waxworms. So everything was coming on minnow heads.
Yep.
And they were coming on the rattling flyer, which is also the first time I'd been on the rattling flyer bite this year.
Yeah.
It'd been pretty poor this year. I was kind of disappointed in it. So we did that, and we just weren't getting the size. We were getting bites, picking up a few fish here or there in that spot number 2. We just weren't getting the size we were wanting. So had we come and pre-fished, I guarantee you I would have went to those 2 places first, and I would have known, hey, we're not even going to mess with these 2 spots.
Yep.
Save us our 2 hours, and let's just head south right away.
Yep. Because there was some chatter about the south end.
Yeah.
That we picked up on.
Yeah.
And if we, like you said, if we would have pre-fished, we would have buzzed and said, the heck of it, we'll try the south end first. And that's where all the big fish were caught. Mm-hmm. I mean, the ISU team.
Yeah, they crushed it.
Cleaned house.
Yeah, they did good.
They had, 5 pounds?
Well, so there was a couple guys from the ISU club that were fishing, and all of them that brought in crappies were
nice.
Everyone was down in that south end.
Yeah, and we didn't even see a crappie.
No.
Or a bluegill.
No.
For that matter.
No, all we were perch and walleyes is all the bite we were on.
Yep.
So we took off south, and we probably should have went further south. We didn't even go mid-lake, I don't think.
Yeah.
We were still in the upper third of the lake.
But we did our own thing, once again.
Yep.
I feel good about that. We didn't chase anybody else's bite.
No, it was going to be boom or bust.
Yep.
Whatever we were
all
wanting
out
to do.
On what we felt would be the best. So, feel pretty good about that. But yeah, the winning teams all went south. They either launched from the south ramp or I don't even think anyone really buzzed all the way south, but they went down and fished off kind of the south boat ramp. A couple, main spots there that are kind of money spots, sounds like. We've just never fished down there.
No, I've just never, especially ice fishing, I've never really gone down there.
Yeah.
Ice.
Which it wouldn't be a bad idea to try that now. Now we know. But even open water. Go check it out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we were fishing some water that, I don't know, I'm not all that comfortable, or I'm not really all that versed in fishing 40-foot water. Mm-hmm. So even once we moved south into deeper water, I was still tending towards the shallow water.
Yeah, and that was a lot different. I mean, man, that's a long ways down dropping your bait.
Oh, yeah. And the bite was a little different. And so what we ended up finding were just perch. Mm-hmm. They were a little bit bigger perch than what we were catching, but obviously not big enough.
Some sorting required.
Mostly, yeah.
Yep. Then got a visit from the DNR, too.
Yeah, real nice fella.
That's cool. Like to see them getting out and running around.
Yeah.
Ran out on the quad. Sounds like he visited almost everybody. I mean, he was just making the rounds. So
that's cool. The second time ever in my life I've been checked for my fishing license.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been checked a few other times, but never ice fishing. Never on the ice.
That's the only time I've been checked is twice on the ice.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
Open water, yeah.
Huh.
3-4 times probably.
Yeah.
Yep. But, now with the Iowa DNR, the Iowa Outdoors app, thing's awesome. As long as I have my phone, the fishing license is right there. You don't have to have data or anything.
Yeah, I mean, anymore, if you see the DNR coming and you don't have your fishing license, you can just buy it on your phone. If you have 10 minutes before he gets there, you could buy it on your phone literally before he gets to you and just be like, bought it.
I don't know. The date on there, it'll timestamp it, so I don't know if that'll fly. But
why?
If he sees you
prior to before him coming, yeah. Whatever.
That's a gray area. It's better than not having it.
I'd give it a shot if I were
same thing, too,
in
with
that situation.
Having your quad registered. I wonder how many people are out there just
a pile
buzzing around without a quad.
Our family quad was never registered. Yeah. But I never took it on ice. It was always on the farm. But yeah.
So I don't know what the ticket would be for that, but made off real nice. And he said, man, you should have kept those walleyes.
Yeah, he said we should have kept them. He was saying that he gets a lot of bass guys because they host a lot of bass tournaments out on Brushy Creek.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And he said he gets a lot of bass guys coming and bitching and that all they're catching are walleyes. They can't find them. They can't get into the bigger bass because the walleyes are biting up their lures before the bass do.
Jeez.
I'm like, yeah, tough problem, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
If I was that DNR officer, I'd be like, what the hell do you want me to do? Have a freaking walleye tournament out here then, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Holy cow.
One guy, one Iowa State fisherman did pick up a 5-pounder out there. Walleye.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's a beast.
Yeah. So it was good fishing. I would say we just didn't find the size. We just weren't on it to get the size that we needed. When we got back, by the time we got back in, our 10 perch weighed like 2.5 pounds.
Yep.
Not really
great. In the running. Maybe, I don't know.
I think we maybe ended up with 5th, maybe 6th if we were lucky. Yeah. Out of, 15, 16 teams? There were at least 15 teams because they paid out 3 spots.
Yep, and a few teams, they didn't even bring back 10 fish, so
yeah.
At least
we beat
10.
those. Yeah.
Yep, not a bad day. But we were done by noon, too.
Yeah.
We were waiting for that afternoon bite to kick in.
You can tell yourself that. But, yeah, I think what was the winning? The winning was, 5 pounds?
Oh, yeah.
10 crappies, 5 pounds.
Yep.
Which that's a good bag of crappie.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's nice fish.
Yeah, they really put it together, and it sounds like they'd come up a couple times that week to pre-fish and find their spot. And
yep.
Good for them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep, that was really cool to see all that. So, yeah, go through the weigh-in. That process was all good.
Yeah.
They put on a hell of a tournament. That was awesome. So it's the Iowa State Fishing Club.
Yep. Good dudes.
That sponsored it. They made a few $100 for their club, which is good.
Yep.
I know Taggart mentioned the university doesn't, kick them a whole lot of money.
No.
It's kind of more a recreational
the university
club,
almost hoses them more than anything.
Yeah, he was telling some stories last year.
Yeah, and if they win boats and stuff like that, then it's university property, and if they want to use it, they have to buy it. They have to buy it back.
Yep.
That's kind of a hoser deal there.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, and then they were in debt for a while.
Yeah, in debt, what? Probably $20,000 with that boat they won.
Yep.
Fuck.
So, yeah, they're doing well. They're getting after it. Sounds like a couple guys are down doing bass tournaments already down south and traveling down there. So
yep.
I'm sure a lot of that's on their own dime. So whatever we can do.
Yeah, I like it.
Just to support that, which is cool. So far, we've done the Zeering Fire and EMS Derby. Supported them a little bit, and then Iowa State.
I think that EMS Derby, I'll always do that. I mean, we'll see. With the Iowa State Fishing Club, it can go kind of either way. Depends on who the presidents are. Taggart and Eric are only there for 4 years. So, I mean, after that, who knows what'll happen. So, But I think I'll continue definitely to do the EMT one, or the Zeering Derby. That's
oh, fuck. We'll spit up here.
That scared me.
Oh, man. That's all right.
It's almost bedtime.
Oh, yeah. He's getting close.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that kind of leads us into a little bit of our next topic of
storage, long-term storage, especially. Yeah. So, what's your philosophy? What do you do on your Eskimo?
I do everything to keep it as
before you put it away.
I want to keep it smelling fresh.
Yep.
And I want to get all the junk out of it that piled up in it from the season.
Whole season.
Yeah, I forgot I had that baseball in there. I had to grab that baseball out of there. Yeah, I found that baseball over in that pond.
Oh yeah.
It was in the snow.
Yep.
Threw it in the shed last time we were out there with it. But usually I'll clean it out. Oh baby.
I'll
clean it out the best I can. Wipe it out.
Okay.
Get any moisture at all that I possibly can get out of it. Get some of the junk out of there.
Yep.
And then wipe down the canvas.
Okay.
Just water, rag, whatever. Mm-hmm. Sometimes some mud and junk kind of gets, especially around the skirt.
Well, and like salt too. Like yours, you're hauling it under an enclosed cover.
Yeah,
so
you get salt on it, so wiping that down, get some of that salt off of there. Yeah. And then tucking some dryer sheets up in the canvas before I fold it up for the year. And then what I've got is a kayak hoist. So I got just a blanket I cover up the top with it. Kayak hoisted up into my garage, and that's where she lives for the year.
Which that's a really good spot. If you guys can keep it off the ground somewhere.
Keeps the mice, guaranteed keep the mice out of it then.
Well, I don't know about that.
I mean, for a mouse to get into my shack at the moment, we'd have to crawl up the rope, up to the rigging, to the pulley rigging, and then just jump down into the shack. I mean, he could do it.
Pretty enticing in there,
but
not Eskimo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good way to do it. I know a main thing for me is just to keep everything dry.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times, like last year, we were out fishing in the rain as our last hurrah, and I had to air out my otter for about a week in the garage.
Oh, shit.
I mean, it took a long time. You could see the moisture kind of, every day I'd come out, it'd be like a foot lower on it, you know. But make sure everything's dry. I like to wipe it down the tub a little bit with like WD-40.
Oh, yeah.
Just slick it up a little bit.
Make sure you get all that.
Yeah, and then like the those bolts that hold the Hyfax kit on, those can get kind of rusty. They're stainless, but not very good stainless.
Still pick up some stuff, yeah. They're probably just coated or galvanized.
Yeah, yep. So coat that down. Same thing if you have like hitches and all that. And augers too. Putting augers away.
Well, yeah, gas augers. I don't have to worry about it. Oh, yeah, putting your bit away, spray it down.
Yeah, just that big can of WD-40 with the wide spray. Just spray the heck out of it.
Oh, I just spray the blades is all I ever spray.
Do the whole thing.
I don't mess with the rest of it. But
Yep.
I am pumped now having the clam plate and auger that I don't have to worry about. Well, I mean, I ran True Fuel anyways before, but...
Yes.
Baby.
He's not sure what to think.
Yeah,
he's like, you guys are boring.
He's getting pissed
All
off.
you do is talk about ice fishing.
Let's see if he'll lay down for a minute.
But yeah, when you're putting stuff away, it's important to make sure everything's dry. I mean, things can get rusty, moldy, any number of things while it's packed up for the winter, and that becomes a real big issue. I don't know how you would get mold out of an otter fabric or your shelter fabric, but probably not ideal by any means. So don't want to be doing that.
No, you'd be effed.
You know, through like you said, when you're the last thing you want to do is prep your equipment, clean it, or find a hole in it from a rodent or whatever.
Yep.
Before you go out for the first time and during the year. So, Brett, you mentioned dryer sheets too. We mentioned that a little bit, maybe the first or second episode of unpacking all of our equipment. But yeah, dryer sheets seem to be one of the best ways to keep your fabric nice. Nice and fresh, at least tries to keep some of the rodents away. I don't know I think that is something to that. I've never had any issues with it, so maybe that's just me talking, but it seems to work.
Yeah, I mean, it might, but does that sound all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you sound good.
I mean, it might. Yeah, I've never had any problems with it, but.
Yep.
Also putting your tackle away. Okay. Rods, reels.
Yes.
So what was that? I don't think Becca listens to this much anymore, so I can talk about it a little bit more candidly on things that happen when she's not home. But so I had the bucket with the schoolies down in my basement working on them, and I had Thomas with me. And so I've got 5 schoolie rods, and they're all rigged up, and I was just kind of picking some of the old musty waxworms off.
Yep.
Well, frickin' he rolls over and grabs the end of one, and I'm like, oh shit. He was like a quarter of an inch away from grabbing the hook.
Oh, shoot.
And I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, that'd be bad. That
was almost bad, wasn't it, buddy?
Yep. You don't want to get one of those through your finger.
Fuck. That would have been a disaster. I never would have got left home alone ever again.
Yeah, exactly. You're off dad duty. Can't trust you. So, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm just packing. Main thing is just making sure everything's packed up. And I like it organized to the point where I know where everything's at. You can pull it out next year and know you have everything that you need. And at my old place, I had the same kind of setup where you lift a hoist kind of set up to the ceiling.
Yep.
And I could put my gas auger and everything else in the otter to the point of where all my stuff is in one spot. That's nice.
Oh, yeah, that is nice.
The only thing I didn't have was, I think I kept my flashers inside.
Yeah.
Because if you have a lead acid battery, one of those sealed batteries, charge it every
you want
month
to
or
keep
two.
it charged up.
Yep. And like the lithium shuttle, they recommend you store it at 70% capacity.
Oh, really?
So I ran that down the other day to about 70, and then just let it sit. That's like the optimum storage capacity.
Interesting.
Yeah. Lithium stuff you don't want to store.
You don't want it fully charged.
I don't know what it does if you do that, but
I
think last year
the life is all.
I parked it at 70%, in March or whatever, and then September pulled it out, and it was at like 60%.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
That's not a big deal.
Charge it back up. And
do you do anything for your other stuff? Rods, reels, tackle?
Well, yeah, rods all go in one rod box, which that's all good to go. Got
your ice fishing box, your rod box.
The Shields box, yeah. And then tackle-wise, I still have to figure out something with that. Right now, they're all they're in the otter and in my striker suit.
Yeah.
Like I basically wear all my tackle with me, so my pockets are just packed full of jigs and plastics. And actually, I emptied my bait pucks. Don't forget to do that too.
Yeah, definitely don't forget to do that. I do actually still have a few things in my bait puck.
Yeah, they get a little sticky if you don't do that.
Yeah.
That's not good.
And smelly.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
So
I did get the minnow heads out of there though, guaranteed.
Oh, yeah, they're good for that. So yeah, the main thing, I like to just keep everything organized. That's just my personal thought. But with us moving right now, that's going to be a little bit tough. I'll probably right now I just have everything packed in the otter. We're going to move that over here. I'll probably forget about it till halfway through the summer, and I'm bored.
Yep.
And pull it all out, reorganize it, get it ready to go, and
sick.
Pack it up for the last time. So
yeah,
final time. Thomas, you hungry again?
It's bedtime. I think he's not really hungry.
Guy. He's not impressed.
Well, the thing is, now that he's getting older, he gets distracted while he tries to eat his bottle, and then he don't eat it worth a darn.
Yeah. Yep. Too much going on over here.
Yeah, then he gets pissed. It's bedtime, isn't it, baby?
Oh, yeah. He looks pretty tired. What do you think?
You can't be playing with that.
Ooh, there was sound.
There was a fart. I might have picked that up on the microphone.
That's all on the recording. So
this will be a raw one. Don't edit any of the cries out. This is
good.
Real life.
It sure is.
It's real.
It's real. Middle of the week, we're down in the basement recording the Short Rod Show.
Devin and Miller.
First week of March. And this time last year, we were out on the ice still.
Yeah, we had 2 feet of snow still.
Yep. So you just never know. But yeah, for all you guys, out fishing in Minnesota yet, Western Iowa, Northwest Iowa.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Still decent ice for a little while, but man, it's going to go fast.
Yep. Well, that's why you got to cherish the new episode of the Short Rod Show while you can.
Exactly.
Next week's going to be the last episode.
I know we have a lot of fans that are looking forward to episodes every week, and you have your routines where you're going through, whether you're working out and listening to us, or heck, Brandon was out washing his car the other day.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yep, listening to us. So, we'll take a little break over the summer. We're not going to
we might have an update.
Things,
we might have an update podcast here or there, but
yeah, we got a few projects planned.
Yeah.
See how that pans out.
Yep.
Hopefully, we can get some good content for you guys over the summer, ice fishing related.
But it'll be pretty sparingly. But yeah.
Yep. So yeah, next week we're gonna have some new topics to talk about, something a little bit different. I think you guys will enjoy that.
Yeah. It's not going to be necessarily ice fishing focused, but it'll be more of an appreciation sort of thing.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be cool. So. Appreciate you guys joining in and listening to us here. So if you're out on the ice, get after it.
Yeah.
While the weather's good.
Nature's coming.
More power to you. Yeah. Brett and I are, we have our stuff packed up.
Yep.
There is no ice around. All the ponds are basically open water, and you said you saw a guy open water fishing.
Yep.
So
on my way
time's
here.
Pretty much passed, and Ben's got to get moving.
Yeah.
Get stuff moved.
Now then it'll be springtime catfishing pretty soon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good episode.
Yeah.
Talk about some cat strategies. So cool. You got anything else, Brett?
No, that's all I've got for you. Thomas might have a few
good?
things to say if I pull his binky out of his
there
mouth.
You go. What do you got, Thomas? Yeah. What do you think? What?
Yeah. Is it bedtime?
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys, on
The Short Rod Show.